he's playing the toughest tackle because he's so quick and so explosive. So he kind of has both. Usually they have one or the other, explosion or quickness. He has both. And then he's just kind of a smaller guy. So you got to get down there, and he doesn't go down easy. He has good contact balance. So we have to really do a good job of keeping him in the pocket, make him throw for the well. He has really good presence in knowing how to kind of move around or kind of manipulate the defense. So it's going to be a tough challenge, but we're up for it. We've been practicing, trying to figure out just our rush lanes and making sure that we keep him in there. But I mean, he's probably the best at it. Him and maybe Lamar. Lamar, another different level guy, but Kyler's definitely he's one of the toughest in the league.
We've said he was like a Tyreek was playing quarterback. Is that a good?
Yeah, probably. But I will say though, we're up for the challenge though. We're up for the challenge. He's tough. He's a beast. But I mean, it's football. Every week is a tough challenge.
I know Arizona. You played for Arizona for a number of years.
9 years.
Was the run to the NFC Championship game, or that game, your best memory from there? What was your best memory?
A lot of good memories at that place, a lot of good memories, 9 years. And so I don't know, what I would say my best memory is. I have to really put some time to think on that. But, my rookie year going to the Super Bowl, was pretty sweet. It was hard to beat that. And, that win the NFC Championship game at home, just the Eagles and the confetti falling on your shoulders and everybody's, super hype. I mean, it's a feeling that I'm chasing again, and I hope that, get the experience again. Definitely a lot of love for the Arizona Cardinal fans. The organization, treated me very well when I was there. A lot of love for them, and I'm eager to go out there and compete against them.
I forgot. So what year was that Super Bowl?
2008, my rookie year.
2008, you're a rookie, you go to the Super Bowl.
Yes, sir.
So if I were to tell you that 16 years later you'd be in the Dolphins locker room, what would you say?
I'd have been very surprised. I did think that when I was in Arizona, I was going to be there for my whole career. I was kind of shocked when time comes to go other places. But I think sometimes new beginnings are good for you, and I went to Jacksonville, had another good, big part of my career there. And I think it was nice to go, play a different position and be in a different environment. So, kind of brought the best out of me. But I'm eager to play against them again. Anytime you spend time at a place and you develop relationships and you kind of know that place, it just it gives you a little more of an edge, a little bit more energy when you go and play against those guys. So it's been a lot of fun.
Fully good to go.
Yeah, man, I'm full go. So I felt good coming back, starting this week, and everything's been good. I haven't had any setbacks and everything, so just keep going.
What's the environment been like with Tua back in the fold? Obviously, both of you guys were out, but what's he been like in his return?
Yeah, he's been tremendous, through this whole time that he's been out. He's been around the team. He's still been a leader, still been great for the room and helping everybody out. So, getting back in here and getting him, around the team out in the practice field and back in the huddle again is cool to see. And, he has a lot of good energy. He's very vocal, and he's our leader, and you can tell everybody has some energy behind that. So credit to him and how he handles everything and the way he's carried himself coming back. It's been cool to be part of.
What's he been like in that 5-week hiatus where he couldn't work?
Yeah, he's still Tua. He still comes to work every day. You can tell he's getting extra work in. He's doing everything he can to keep himself in shape and keep him locked in with everything. He's around the guys in meeting rooms. He's doing everything that he's allowed to do during that time, and I think that's special for him and helps him stay with everything.
Having been away for several weeks and then other backup quarterbacks get to play, is it a feeling like you have to win back that backup job now?
Man, I'm just I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to be back and get back on the practice field. After that was a tough loss. Last time I was out there and it was frustrating. And for me, when I face adversity, I want to get back on the field and I want to go attack it. And for me, that was tough because I couldn't do anything. I had to sit on it. And so for me, it's just getting back on the practice field and getting better and attacking it. And whatever decision that is or whatever, that is what it is. I'm controlling what I can right now and just getting better and preparing myself as if I'm gonna be the number 2. And if that time comes that I'm ready to go execute some plays. So that's really all where my mind's at right now.
Now, this is technical for me. I saw you get hurt and then go back in. At what point do you feel like you suffered during the injury? Was it not the final hit, but earlier in the series? Or
Man, I honestly, like, it happened like at the beginning of the game. There was like after Cater got the pick, we were running like something that I was throwing like a slide, and the end kind of hit me right in my chest right after I threw it, and that's kind of what initially knocked the wind out of me and kind of, oh, that didn't feel right. And then later on in the game, it just kind of hit the same spot, and then the play I went down and just hit me in the same spot again. So it was just unfortunate timing, honestly. Like, I don't know. It literally was like right in between where my rib protector is and my shoulder pad. Like, it's unfortunate, but everything happened for a reason, and I just got to use it to make me stronger, make me better, and that's what I'm going to do.
The next chance you get, whenever it comes, will there be an emphasis on getting the ball out quick so you don't take a lot of the hits that you did take that night in Seattle?
Yeah, no, 100%. There was definitely, those situations are preventable, and getting the ball in my hands and just having a plan and that stuff. So that's definitely, that's always been, my. I know that's part of our offense, it's a big part of our offense. And so I know that, and just learn from the mistakes and improve on it and get better and stay confident. That's the biggest thing for me.
And Tua's so good at that aspect of it. How much can he help you? How much have you sought his guidance in that regard?
Yeah, I think it comes with reps and just having, having a great plan before the snap. We do a lot of things. We do a lot of stuff pre-snap, and you have to be on your P's and Q's. Everything has to be all together to help that plan. And, I feel like that's something Tua's really elite at, is having a plan pre-snap to where he has a plan for, this is what I'm expecting, but if they give me this, I have answers to it to where I can get it out, So that's just what I'm working on, and it's continuing to stay, confident in it and that I can do that and just keep learning.
Will you wear anything special on Sunday?
I got a rib protector and, adjusted some things on that, but nothing other than that.
Was your impression that if you had been healthy then, the Dolphins would have signed you in late August?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not one to speak on the what ifs or what they would have done or whatever. I just know at the time I was coming off a little bit of a groin injury, and that was kind of the extent of that. Yeah.
And you felt good enough to play, or were cleared medically, even though you were not with the team, to play sometime in September, earlier this month. When did that happen?
Yeah, my injury settlement technically ended after week 4 or 5. I can't remember what it was, but I was good to go at least by that point, health-wise. If not a week or two before that. So.
You've had experience with Mike McDaniel from San Francisco. How much can that help, just knowing him? You got any stories of you and him back in the day?
Yeah, I mean, Mike's awesome. He's been. I was with him for 4 years in San Francisco, like you said. He was one of my favorite coaches that I've played for. I got a ton of respect for him, his story, and everything. He's always been a believer in mine, and I appreciate that out of him. And when you spend 4 years with anybody, whether it's players, teammates, coaches, you get close to somebody and really tighten that sense.
Does having been in this offense help you more than many NFL offenses because of the complexities of it?
Yeah, I definitely think so, but at the same time, there's so many nuances and new things that he's added. You know how Mike is. He's a mad scientist when it comes to offensive schemes and stuff. So he's definitely added a lot of stuff that I wasn't familiar with, but the base of the offense, the terms and all that, I'm very familiar with.
How do you yourself approach those first week with a new team, a team that has had so many quarterbacks have to play, and then now it's getting a starter back? But how do you approach them?
Yeah, man, it's really my first time being in this situation where you kind of go to a team mid-season like this. So it's been different as far as coming from sitting at home, trying to train and work out there with your family and stuff. It was a nice, nice relaxing time, and then but at the same time you're sitting there on Sundays just wanting to be out there and wanting to be on a team. So you get the call and then they fly out the next morning, and it's definitely kind of a whirlwind of a 24 hours, but it's awesome. It's what you play for. It's what I am. I'm a professional football player, and that's what you want to be doing. So
I know life is week to week in the league, but did you get any assurance from Mike that you'll be here for the rest of the year?
No, that's not stuff like we talk about as far as when you sign a contract or whatever it is. It's just kind of hey, I was sitting at home, and now I'm on a team. So it's it's nice.
And home for you it had been where and doing what?
Nashville, Tennessee. I've been working out, training as much as I can, and throwing and staying in shape. I've had a couple workouts here with a couple teams, but just been hanging out with my daughter, my family. My whole family's from Nashville, my wife, and it's been a nice change of pace for sure. But at the same time, it's like, you're born with that innate thing in you that you want to be doing what you were born to do, and I'm just glad to have a chance to do that again.
How much, if at all, are you aware of Bobby Beathard and his legacy with the Dolphins?
Oh, very, very aware. Yeah, that's my grandpa, and he's one of the biggest role models in my life, and obviously he was a part of the 17-0 Dolphins with Don Shula and the history they made, the Super Bowl win they had. He was always so humble, so he didn't talk a ton of it. But there's some funny stories that my dad has, and his brothers of literally playing hide and seek in the facility back then, and literally hiding under Don Shula's desk, playing hide and go seek in the facility back then. It's just pretty fun and funny to hear those types of stories.
So how does it feel being in here, knowing that legacy in your family?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's my first time I've been with a team that my grandpa had been with, and won a Super Bowl with. So it's pretty surreal, pretty cool, and especially he was a part of a team, the only undefeated team in NFL history. That's something that's special and really cool.
Had you ever met key members of the 72 team? Obviously, you weren't alive at that point, but have you subsequently met anyone?
I actually haven't met necessarily any of the players. I mean, maybe I have when I was younger. I just don't remember. But I got to, sit down with Don Shula a few years back before he passed and everything. It was cool. It was me, my grandpa, my dad. He was in Nashville for some reason, and we had a nice dinner with him and some of his family. It was just really cool to see them connect again. And they're both in different states. My grandpa was a little, Alzheimer's was kicking in a little bit, so it was fun and funny to see them interact again.